Here we are again on another Christopher Ward launch day. This is the fourth collaboration that Christopher Ward are doing with Seconde. This is their follow-up to their previous desk diver. This one is called the Pool Diver, so this is holiday vacation themed, whereas obviously the last one was work themed. Even though this is the fourth Christopher Ward watch that they've collabed with Seconde, this is the first time that I'm reviewing a Christopher Ward Seconde collab. In fact, this is the first Seconde watch that I've ever reviewed on the channel. I'm not really a huge fan of the aesthetic of some of them, but let's keep an open mind and then we'll dive into this one. I guess no pun intended because it's called the Pool Diver. Dive in. As you know, I'm a huge Christopher Ward fan, and as such, I get accused of being biased towards them. Also, there seems to be a whole set of YouTube channels that are set up to review reviewers who review Christopher Ward watches. That's always fun getting a shout out on those channels. And because I'm a huge fan of Christopher Ward, the question is, can I overlook some of the negatives in the watch? Well, I'm certainly not going to hold back on this watch, so let's dive into those negatives right now. Okay, we've gone over the negatives now. Let's dive into some of the positives of this watch. Okay, I'm joking. I only did that as a little joke. I just wanted to poke fun at the fact that, well, myself, because I am biased towards Christopher Ward, but also some of those other channels that seem to be getting quite a few views on reviewing Christopher Ward reviewers. But yeah, there is some genuine things that I don't like about this watch. So let's go over the positives and then I will dive into some of those negatives. So hang on, this isn't clickbait. There is definitely things that I do not like about this watch. But let's start with some of the positives. So the watch itself is one of the solid Christopher Ward offerings. They're using the C60 Trident. This is a 41mm cased diver. This is using a mixture of stainless steel and ceramic, cut into the light catcher case and then inserted this ceramic shroud. It's 11.45 millimeters in height, wears very nicely on the wrist, 47.9 from lug to lug, a water resistance of 200 meters, so it's certainly got all those dive watch chops. They're using the Sellita SW200-1. This isn't one of the newer Sellita movements that we saw in the Sealander that has the extended power reserve. This is just the standard or the previous Sellita SW200-1. It's got a really cool closed case back, and that's one of the things that I do like about this watch, that closed case back with the Pool Diver engraved on the back. The helium escape valve, they've done something really quirky with this. Now, you're not going to be able to see this with the naked eye. They've actually written helium escape valve, which is a nice play on words because they put a little symbol there to denote that it's a holiday, so you're kind of escaping from the rat race and going on holiday. So this is a nice touch, especially for something that's not going to be easily seen unless you have a loop, so it's a little Easter egg in there. The bezel action on these is absolutely awesome. How the bezel works on this is because it's holiday themed, they've split the bezel into how you would spend the day on holiday. So for the first 10 minutes, it's got read a book, and then it's got sun exposure, so sunbathing exposure. So you've got as the sun, how long you should be staying in the sun, and then you should stop after 20 minutes. And then it's got relax, denoted by a sun lounger and then an umbrella. Of course, being on holiday, most important thing, spending 5 minutes taking those selfies so you can send them back to your friends at home to make them jealous that you sat on the beach while they're having to work. And then for the final section is contemplate. They're describing it as when you're on holiday, you're contemplating life before you go back to work. So they've allotted a full 15 minutes of the day, or full 15 minutes of the first part of the day, to contemplating. But you don't have to know the symbols on the bezel to show that. They've also written this on the dial as well. The dial is completely flat. It's sandblasted, and they've done an excellent job of tying the indices in with the dial color and the bezel and the white ceramic side of the case. They're all exactly the same bright white, so there's no slight off-white or anything like that like we saw on the Pan Am. This is all solid white. It's all matched very nicely together. And surprisingly, because the indices are nicely polished, there is a lot of contrast, so it's not like you're losing the white hands and the white indices into the white dial. There is still a lot of contrast on the dial. The overall execution, as with all Christopher Wards, 10 out of 10. Like the desk diver that came with post-it notes, I think, and a highlighter pen, this one also comes with some accessories as well. A little inflatable for putting 2 drinks in, and I think 2 rubber straws as well. Unfortunately, I don't have those accessories here. because apparently I'm not allowed the accessories anymore after I was falsely accused of stealing the NATO strap from the Pan Am watch, which it's a crime I've still not been tried for, but obviously the punishment is clear. I'm not allowed any accessories anymore. As promised, let's go over some of the things that I don't like about this watch. So I'll start this by saying that I might not be the target audience for this watch because I don't like these novelty watches, and for $1,250, I guess you've got to decide whether that's worth a little bit of a novelty. I know some people are really going to like this watch, and if you do, the execution is on point. The watch itself as a tool, other than its purpose of being a vacation watch, doesn't really have a lot of use. So yeah, it's just a little bit too on the novelty side for me. I like the fact that they've used ceramic on here, the ceramic shroud, so they've dropped that in there. But the problem is, with this ceramic being white, it's going to very easily mark. I've hardly had this out the box, and you can see there's a little tiny mark on there as well. Because ceramic has that matte, sort of slightly porous look to it, it's going to just pick up a ton of marks. And the same with the bezel as well. Just accept that you're going to mark this watch up. The other thing as well, which is weird, which as a reviewer this bothers me, but it's probably not going to bother you if you own this watch, under a UV light. I put it under a UV light because I originally thought that the case was painted, because I was glad to see that it was ceramic when I read when the press release finally came out. But under a UV light, this looks like a crime scene. Obviously, I'm using a UV light so I can show you the lume here, which, with it being a Christopher Ward watch, is absolutely fantastic, as you'd expect. Also, the logo is in a Globalite, so you can see that shining here. But the fact that when you hold it under a UV light, the ceramic looks so weird, makes me feel weird, just gives me the ick, as the kids would say. But the main thing, if you're a fan of the channel, you'll know that this is something that I personally dislike, is when a date window is used improperly. I am a huge fan of the date on watches. In fact, I won't buy watches that don't have dates on them. So this date window that they've used a martini glass here is a triangular. Now, I was told there was a prototype version of this that used a proper date disc, so you could see the previous and the next date encroaching on the current date window. This one, what they've done, I think, to combat that is they've reduced the numbers, and they've also put them in a font, I guess, to make it look like it's ice cubes. They've also made it yellow to show, obviously, that there's a drink in there. But because they've reduced the size of this date, it is totally illegible. Now, I'm in my 40s, so my eyesight's not as good as probably I was in my 20s. But I think even if you've got 20/20 vision, you're going to struggle to read this date on here. And under macro, you can see the date, but they still haven't got rid of that issue where the previous and next date is encroaching on that date window. Now, of course, you're not going to see this with the naked eye. I'm only showing it you on the macro here, but it seems like they were so committed to the martini glass design that they've tried to modify the date disc to accommodate that. And it's an all-round fail from me, the way that they've done the date disc on here. They've also done something quirky, which again, you can't see with the naked eye, where they've put max units per day, which is, I guess, showing that the date is the number of units of alcohol you can have, which is very weird because I think they realized that when you get to 31 units, that's obviously a lot of alcohol that you're drinking in the day. So for some reason then on the back, they've put, please don't drink and drive. And they've gone so far as to put lacquer in the back case. So it's a little bit weird. A little bit weird to me that they've done that. This is a difficult one for me. I don't personally like it, but if you like this watch, the execution is on point. If you've got the desk diver, I guess you've really got to get this one as the follow-up, as they are a pair now. I do overall think that these watches should exist. I like the fact that they're doing these quirky collaborations. That's just one of the things I love about Christopher Ward. They come up with designs and they commit and they just go for them. This watch is coming in at $1,250 on the Aquaflex, and it's available on 3 different Aquaflex colors, and it's also available on the Beta bracelet, which is going to increase the price to $1,475. There you go. That was my opinion. As always, this is the start of a conversation, so let me know your opinion in the comment section down below. If you're new to the channel, love it if you hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out. Hit the thumbs up button as well. I really appreciate the time you spent watching this, and I will see you next time on Casual Watch Reviews. Thanks, guys. Bye.